How you guys doing today? This is Jason with TunaTech. It's been a little while. Been kind of focusing on my live stream. If you guys haven't seen that, well, not my live stream, but One Cut Reviews TNT live stream. Sundays at 6:30. Check it out. But today I have a little hint for you. If you can see, this is an adapter of some sort. So that's a clue, and we got a knife here, so we know what we're going to be doing with that. But this is an interesting proposition of a product that I'm going to open. You may or may not have heard of this, but let's check it out. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, or if you've been living under a rock, or if you're just not that tech savvy, there are a few companies out there, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, have been releasing phones, ultra bleeding nose, ultra flagship-esque phones with 1-inch sensors, which is the new, keyword, or, it's that new word that everyone's throwing out there. Is it actually better? I'm sure it's very, very good. But either way, there's been a lot of companies releasing phones. And one of those companies is from somebody you may or may not have heard of, and they've kind of had a renaissance and have come back. Honor. This is the Honor Magic5 Pro. This is a phone. Honor is a company that used to be like the subset budget brand of Huawei, which has, whether you agree or not, has been pretty much shut down and sanctioned and not allowed to make, at least not cell phones with Google Play services or a lot of stuff that they need to work. So they don't sell in the United States anymore, where I reside. So a lot of these companies, you have to import the Chinese phones, and they don't have Google Play services. So this phone came out originally in China first. Honor was sold off from Huawei, so they kind of bypassed those sanctions, and you can now get them globally, but still not in the US. This came out, I want to say, a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, as a global version. So this is the Honor Magic5 Pro Global Edition. So just going on the box here, this is really basic. So if you live in the UK, you probably realize you could have pre-ordered this, and it came with a bunch of cool stuff like charger, headphones, watches. Unfortunately, I do not live in the UK, so the importer I got this from did not offer that, but they did do a very good job of communication and shipping this out. If I remember correctly, I will leave a link to their website description below. On the back, IMAX Enhanced DTSX, a little QR code there, and nothing really on the top or bottom except for Honor. On the bottom is your usual, just information. So what is the Honor Magic5 Pro, and why did I buy it? I like Honor because I used to love Huawei phones, and Honor phones were like their offshoot of their phones, so they're a little bit cheaper. So I thought, why not get into it? When the phone came out, it was released. DxO Mark, if you believe in them, there's a website that they rate DSLR cameras, mobile photography, and this was ranked pretty high. I think it just got dethroned recently, but either way, it's got supposedly a great camera system, but either way, it's got a 6.8-inch OLED screen that can go 1 to 120 hertz refresh rate. It's like a 2K resolution. It supports gestures like most phones do, swiping and stuff. It's a 92.33% screen to body ratio, and the screen is curved, so if you don't like curved screens, which most people tend not to. I love curved screens, but I'm in the minority there. It's got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's got which is an octa-core processor. It does have a few extra chips built in. It's got an Honor C1 RF enhanced chipset. I had to look that up. Basically, it's a network chip that's supposed to use AI to greatly improve 5G experience, networking, Wi-Fi, all those connections. So they're saying this could be the next wave of how to make things more user-friendly and even better in terms of connectivity. They've got a discrete security chip, and that's just to protect your personal information, including biometrics such as fingerprints, Face ID, all that stuff. This does do Face ID. We'll get to that a little later. And then finally, it's got a discrete display chipset. Now this chipset is to improve visual quality of moving images. They also offer an always-on high dynamic range effect to enhance video clarity. The chipset delivers a higher frame rate and a lower power consumption for smoother, longer gaming experience. It's certified HDR10 Plus and IMAX Enhanced, which is the first I've seen on anything. And the Honor Magic 5 Pro enables users to enjoy videos and movies with optimized picture quality. It is running Android 13, which is based on Magic OS 7.1. One thing I have been told, they do 3 or 4 years of OS updates and 3 or 4 years of security updates. Don't murder me in the comments. I'm sure it's different, but that's a good thing. Some of these brands you import lack that. It's got a triple rear camera setup, and they're all main cameras. What I mean by that is it's a 50 megapixel wide camera, it's a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 50 megapixel periscope camera. And it does a 3.5x optical zoom, 100x digital, does have OIS, and so does the main camera. They support 4K 60 frames per second. And then, like I said, it's got EIS and OIS. The front camera is a 12 megapixel camera and a 3D depth, so it does the actual real facial unlock. It does do 4K on the front camera, which is very rare with these Chinese brands. A lot of them, for some reason, only do 1080p, and they do a lot of, filtering and beautifying, I guess you could say. 5100 milliamp hour battery, and it has 66 watt charging. Hopefully the brick is included, and up to 50 watts wireless charging, but you have to buy their separate wireless charging stand, which I'd love to get, but that wasn't offered to me. For connectivity, they do have an infrared remote on the top, so you can use it to control TVs and things like that, air conditioners and stuff like that. It has DTX Ultra sound. It's IP68 rated. In the box, it's got a ton of stuff, and we're going to open it up here in a second so you guys can see all of that. So enough of me talking, let's just get into the box. I've been excited for this phone forever, waiting for the global edition. Again, this is the UK version, that's why we have an adapter, or the global version. Not readily available in the US, so hopefully it'll cover the bands. I'm going to try on AT&T and T-Mobile to see which works best. Typically, guys, if you live in the US and you're watching this video, typically your T-Mobiles are going to work the best because they don't, I don't know if they call it whitelisting or blacklisting. AT&T does this thing now. If the phone is not recognized by their system, they shut it down. You just can't use it. Their phone still works, but you can't use it on their network. So without further ado, let's open this box up. So as you can see, here's the phone. I'm going to set it off to the side here. Got your tray with IMEI information. First, you got a box here, SIM ejection tool. We need that to get into it. Inside here, you got great reading material. I'm sure you guys will all read all this stuff, and it might help you go to bed at night if you have insomnia. And it comes with a very generic plastic case. Now, before you go, well, that's stupid. Most companies don't include cases, and yes, it's not hard, it's soft, but these are the kind of case I like. So it's got a grip interior, so it doesn't like stick to the phone in a weird way, but it also is clear. I'm buying a phone with a certain color I like or a certain pattern, I want to show it off, and this will let me do it, and it's free. So you can't complain about free. And that's about it in that box. And then we have the 66 watt Honor Supercharge charging adapter brick included in the box. Now again, this is the UK version, so I've got to use an adapter, to actually use it in the US, but that's cool. That was included with the people that sold it to me. You got your USB Type-C headphone jack, dongle, and a cable. I don't know, guys. These companies are doing something right, and if I remember correctly, like I said in the UK version, if you live in the UK and you're watching this, you get a bunch of freebies. It almost feels like they're almost like the old school Samsung when they used to include everything under the sun when you pre-ordered the device. Now, right off the bat, you guys, you can see the curved screen a little bit here. Maybe you can see better there. On the top there, it's hard to see. I don't know if you can see it. There's two cameras. One's a 12 megapixel. The other's the infrared, 3D dot, whatever, scanning for facial unlock. It does have a screen protector installed, which is very nice. On the bottom is your USB Type-C, your SIM, and bottom firing speaker. On the top, there's your IR blaster. Looks like a microphone and another top firing speaker. Nothing on this side but some antenna lines and your volume and power button on this side. And on the back, this is where it's unique. So this is a green color. It's hard to, it actually kind of looks gray with this lighting in here. This is actually green. I'm not sure what the box says they call this. Meadow green. And there's a black version too. And the circle here is, if you look at their website, there's some marketing about a black hole or some kind of space phenomenon. That's what this is like designed after. But you can see a periscope on top and your 2 cameras on the bottom and a flash. I'm telling you guys, this thing is hefty. It feels really good, like really nice in the hand. So that's definitely a plus. We're going to throw the case on this real quick to see how it fits. And yeah, it's a basic case, but it keeps it more in tune in your hands. We're going to power up, see if it's got any juice. And it does. It just vibrated a little bit. Maybe you guys can see. So it's turning on. So this is the Honor Magic5 Pro. It doesn't have a 1-inch sensor, I don't believe, but it's triple 50 megapixel. They have a couple features that I'm really interested in. They have it's an AI mode for action. So you turn this mode on, you just point the camera wherever you want to see the action, and they showed off someone jumping, and it automatically takes a picture at the right time. So if you want me to do a review on this phone, I will leave something in the comments down below, and I can maybe take some pictures of me jumping in the air or someone moving to see how that works. From what I've seen so far, it looks like it works pretty good. But there you go, guys. This is the Magic5 Pro from Honor. And again, I'll leave a link to where I bought this from. The company is pretty good to work with. They also sell a lot of other phones you could import. But again, my name is Jason with Tuna Tech. This has been a quick unboxing and first look at the Honor Magic5 Pro. Catch you next time.